Hi, welcome to our presentation named Disruption to Education During COVID-19, an innovative tutoring program to support teacher candidates. My name is Vivian, and I'm joined here today with my colleague, Lindsay. Unfortunately, our director, Dr. Wendy Shakir, won't be able to join us today, but she's been a huge part of this research. Here is a brief outline of our agenda today. A brief introduction to our research institute. Diversity Institute is part of the Ted Rogers School of Management under Toronto Metropolitan University in Canada. And as an institute, we house various research programs and initiatives related to diversity and inclusion, entrepreneurship and innovation, and future skills. A brief background context of our research. The COVID-19 pandemic has drastically disrupted education and learning. Apart from physical health measures such as lockdown and masking, schools have since shifted from in-person learning to online learning. The shift has impacted how students experience education that further contributed to inequities in educational outcomes. Specifically, studies have shown that prolonged school closures have decreased students' motivation to learn, leading to disengagement, absenteeism, and dropouts from school. Particularly concerning was the exacerbation of inequities for students from equity-deserving groups. For instance, they face additional barriers such as a lack of access to computers and the internet, lack of sufficient learning environments, and a lack of social and emotional support. Meanwhile, teacher candidates also face challenges during the pandemic, such as digital competency and implementing different digital teaching pedagogies. Moreover, the transition to online learning has led to a halt in in-person teaching practicum, which had been mandatory with required hours in their curriculum. As school closures could not support this in-person teaching placement, teacher candidates were left with high levels of uncertainty and anxiety about their future as educators. As such, online tutoring programs have emerged as a solution to combat learning inequities while also providing teacher candidates with the professional development opportunities needed. Previous existing studies have examined the positive impact of tutoring on student learning outcome and achievements. However, very little is known about the experiences of teacher candidates who engage in K-12 tutoring programs, especially those targeting equity-deserving groups. To address this challenge during the pandemic, the Diversity Institute partnered with Lifelong Leadership Institute and the Ontario Tech University to launch the Study Buddy pilot program in May of 2020. This program provides free, individualized, and online tutoring services to K-12 students, focusing on those from equity-deserving groups. The program structure. To ensure high-quality tutoring, the Diversity Institute have partnered with multiple teacher education programs in Ontario to recruit teacher candidates as tutors. The program provides teacher candidates with teaching opportunity to fulfill their practicum hours and also enhance their teaching skills in supporting equity-deserving students. Prior to the start of the program, teacher candidates underwent mandatory anti-Black racism training workshops to better support and teach equity-deserving students. As such, the research objective of this paper is to investigate the experiences of teacher candidates who participated in the Study Buddy program from September 2020 to December 2021, in hope to answer the question, what are the benefits and challenges of teacher candidates participating in the Study Buddy program during the pandemic?
So this study used a mixed methods approach, including descriptive analysis of registration and satisfaction survey data, and thematic analysis of open-ended survey responses and post-placement feedback. Teacher candidates registered for the Study Buddy program by completing a registration survey, which asked for demographics and prior tutoring experience. Post-program surveys were also administered to gain insights into teacher candidates' experiences and overall satisfaction. The survey included Likert scale questions on skills development and working from home conditions, and open-ended questions. Teacher candidates also completed post-placement feedback forms, which was used to provide details to their teacher education institutions. Data was cleaned and analyzed using SPSS with 84 teacher candidates who responded to the post-program survey. From September 2020 to December 2021, StudyBuddy had four cohorts with a total of 331 teacher candidates who registered. During this time period, teacher candidates provided over 8,000 sessions to over 300 students. As seen in the graph below, most registered teacher candidates identified as women. For all cohorts, 79 identified as women and 21% identified as men. As for those identifying as members of an equity-deserving group, 63% of registered teacher candidates did not identify as members of such groups. As seen in the table below, 20% identified as racialized, 6% identified as persons with disabilities, 1% identified as Indigenous, and 13% identified as members of the 2SL LGBTQ+ community. Our analysis of post-program data revealed two benefits and one challenge for teacher candidates participating in StudyBuddy. The benefits were strengthened skills as educators and increased cultural awareness. The challenges were the realities of teaching from home during the pandemic. So the first benefit of participating in the program was strengthening their skills as educators. Most teacher candidates indicated that the program provided them with opportunities to participate in meaningful work-integrated learning and gain experiences in interpersonal skills, teaching and learning skills, technology skills, and problem-solving and decision-making skills. An analysis of qualitative feedback further contextualizes quantitative findings. Teacher candidates reported an enhanced understanding of the curriculum and differentiated instruction. One teacher candidate states, "Professionally, it has given me valuable experience that I would be able to take with me and implement as I'm teaching. I've learned new ways to engage students virtually. I've become a lot more well-versed in the curriculum, and I have developed new skills to differentiate instruction." Qualitative findings also highlighted the importance of effective communication, professionalism, and personal connections with their students. One teacher candidate noted, "As time went on, I learned about the importance of personal connections. When I took the time to get to know the students, the sessions were very smooth and we ended up having a more successful time together. I grew more confidence in my teaching abilities and learned about workplace professionalism when working with administration, parents, and students to resolve issues." The second benefit of participating in the program was increased cultural awareness. Teacher candidates reported a deepened understanding of the inequity that exists in the education system. One teacher candidate noted, I am now a more conscientious teacher who's aware of the inequality that exists within our education system. With this knowledge also comes the realization that I need to do my part to make sure my classroom teaching practices promote equity for all." Another teacher candidate noted, "I've become more aware at the disadvantages facing underprivileged students. After viewing a small microcosm of their lives through these online tutoring sessions and hearing about their personal lives, for example, working jobs at 15 to 16 till 8 p.m., learning about their home environment, I definitely will err on the compassionate side in my future professional practice." Teacher candidates also recognize systemic barriers of racialized students through mandatory anti-Black racism workshops. One teacher candidate explained, "Through taking anti-Black racism workshops, as well as my own experience tutoring, I have really come to understand how students' educational experiences differ based on their race and where they are from. This has made me a more aware and conscientious teacher." Lastly, teacher candidates recognize the importance of access to resources when understanding inequity in education. One teacher candidate explained, "Another thing that I took away from this experience is the realization that everyone does not have the same access to resources as others. Learning about it through the workshops and through the internet access struggles of my students made me really acknowledge that this is the reality for so many students. This acknowledgement made me realize just how important it is for teachers to take the steps to ensure equitable learning for all.
Despite all the benefits stated, teacher candidates also reported several challenges when virtual teaching from home. Some related to technical issues, while others directly resulted from the working from home aspect. Post-program data revealed that most teacher candidates, 76.2%, reported being distracted from family and roommates while working at home, with 20.2% experiencing this at a regular or always basis. Similarly, when asked about loudness while working from home, 71.5% of teacher candidates reported it was challenging due to the noise level, with 16.7% experiencing a loud noise level regularly or always. From qualitative feedback, teacher candidate explained the challenges with working from home due to noise levels and created boundaries between personal and professional life. One teacher candidate explained, "I live with my family, so their conversations can be picked up by the mic. I also have a wide lens webcam, so it ends up capturing a large portion of my room, which at times makes me uncomfortable to share." Another teacher candidate shared their struggle with setting boundaries. "I'm currently living at home where I'm responsible for taking care of my parents and our dogs, while working full-time during the day, balancing an in-class placement for 5 weeks and my own university course material. Fatigue was also an issue." Overall, our findings highlight the experience of teacher candidates during the COVID-19 pandemic and online tutoring. Study Buddy as a program provided additional support for equity-deserving groups and teacher candidates with valuable professional development opportunities. Teacher candidates also reported experiencing strengthened skills as educators and a sense of increased cultural awareness that is essential to their professions. An inclusive lens used in the design and delivery of the Study Buddy program has led to a positive learning and skills development outcomes for both students and teachers candidates. Thank you for attending to our presentation today. Here is our contact information if you'd like to get in touch with us or ask any questions. Thank you.